I have the greatest job. I have the opportunity to work with resilient, resourceful, amazing scholars. I work with a phenomenal team, and our job every day is to try to create more equity for our scholars.
I didn't expect for there to be a college like this. I was really scared graduating high school about what college would be. Like, I had so many expectations, like it was going to be so hard, I'm not going to succeed, like classes are going to be, too much for me, I'm not ready for those type of classes.
When I would think about DFC, I would just say belonging. I feel like we've all been in a place where we feel like we just don't belong, we're just like an outcast. At DFC, the whole environment is so friendly. You can talk to teachers about anything, even if it's outside of school. You're giving a mentor, and a mentor is really like helpful for you to ask questions because they're like a person that you grow closer with.
We are intentional in everything we do. So we are focused on creating a culturally affirming, rigorous learning community. And I emphasize community. We talk about the ohana, so the family aspect of our community.
And that's kind of a perfect idea of everyone that works here, I think, and for myself, is that I'm DFC in the sense that the background of the students is the background that I also share.
Dougherty Family College really makes it like you said, I took an exhale. Like, I didn't really have to worry about much because all the resources are here for me. Like, besides, the free laptop and the books and things like that. The teachers, they're so nice, and like they're so understanding. Like, they pick like the best staff ever.
I teach human biology, and I teach it from a lens in which the students ask questions, or I ask what they are interested in, and I try to adapt my lectures a little bit to tell them more, and to cater a little bit to their interests.
Dougherty Family College was designed to create that sort of culturally affirming learning environment where scholars who come from under-resourced communities have an opportunity to earn their college degrees. So first, they earn their associate degree, and then we prepare them with the academic rigor from a culturally sustaining pedagogical learning space to earn their bachelor's degree.
And then you have our SRC, the Student Resource Center. They're always helping you with writing tutors, English tutors, math tutors, science tutors. So anybody you need, any office hours, they're there to help you with your work. So I never really, like they tell us all the time, you don't really have an excuse to fail here.
That open line of communication allows for students who are struggling and would normally feel anxiety in asking for help or asking for extensions. It makes it a lot easier for us to just communicate.
It is important for us, certainly, to have high expectations and high standards for our scholars. But we also provide high support for our scholars. We want our scholars to feel affirmed, that they're not just consumers of knowledge, but also producers of knowledge.
So I'm really interested in like social work and criminal justice. And coming to DFC, like I had chances to talk with find those things in my sociology classes when we were talking about race and how society is set up.
That they begin to see themselves as transformative leaders in the community. So we challenge them, they challenge us, and we create a partnership.
DFC, I guess I never realized it until I was out, made me surprisingly more confident and a lot more talkative. A lot more open with everything, I guess, and communication has just been better. And I guess it showed me that I am capable of putting in the effort of getting those grades that I'm very proud of and happy that I have.
And so when I look at students that I work with now, it feels like my own story is like replaying itself. But now I have the ability to intervene in places where nobody had intervened for me.
I am proud of our scholars. They've made a lot of sacrifice to be here. Their families have made a lot of sacrifice. I remind them that the communities that they represent and They do represent communities, and their ancestors have paved the way for them.
When Julie Sullivan presented the idea to Mike and me, she asked us to think about it overnight and then come back with questions or anything. And we got in the car after meeting with her and we looked at each other and said, we don't have to think about this anymore. This is what we want to do. This is something that had been concerning us. We were watching what was happening in a city and a community we loved, and we were concerned that people were not being treated fairly and they were not being given opportunity. So that was a no-brainer. It was something we wanted to do. And then when the backup of leadership of Julie Sullivan and all the people we knew and met and loved at St. Thomas, we knew we had the right people doing the work.
When I got in a position, luckily, fortunately, to be able to do some philanthropy, it was more rewarding than I remembered and than I thought. It was, it just made me feel good. And as I said to many people, January 20th, 1960, when John Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. It rang a real bell with me, and it stayed with me my whole life.
Mike and I both feel there's never been a day that we haven't been thrilled to be involved in that school.
And now it is up to them as transformational leaders in our community to pave the way for the next generation. I see that they're great now, but I know in the future they are our transformational leaders that are going to make a difference not only in this great state, but they will have a global impact.